Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am outside, so there is sunlight which will change because of clouds. There is wind, there are dogs which are barking, and there are neighbours which I'm trying not to piss off, so I'm going to need to talk a bit more quietly and a bit more softly than I would in my room. Today I'm going to be showing you the weird stuff that I do when I study, basically because I do stuff differently and I feel like I should share them. I do them because they make studying that bit more enjoyable, and well, you get points where you just really need to just make it a bit more interesting, a bit more fun, a bit more less dull. First thing, magic whiteboards. What is a magic whiteboard? Well, I hear you ask. It is a board of magic. Basically, I suppose if you want to get super technical and you want to be picky, you would call it a static whiteboard, but the company calls them magic whiteboards. It's a whiteboard which easily comes on and off your wall. It's like a roll of all of them. You get like 25 in each roll or something, and you just put them up and you can write what you want on them as though they were a whiteboard, because they are, and then you can just take them off super easily because they're static. You have those electrons. That brings me on to number 2, because as helpful as having a whiteboard up on your wall is, it involves a lot of standing. Okay, let's be real, standing all day kind of sucks. Not that you're gonna do it all day, but yeah, and it's also, it's a lot harder to wipe, and by the time you've covered this whole, I believe, A2 sheet of whiteboard, you don't really want to rub it all off, which actually does become a problem, because like the majority of the stuff I end up writing on takes me like a month to put down, and at that point it doesn't really come down, so I just end up damaging the whiteboards. So just make sure you rub it off, is kind of my point. With the small whiteboards it's kind of easier because you use them more frequently, so you just write and rub off, write and rub off. But having stuff on the wall, it's just so visible, it's so easy to see, and well, it just shows your hard work, so it's a lot harder to then, actually go through the rubbing, which is also why small whiteboards are great. I basically just sit on my ball and I use it as kind of like a cover. So you know how if you were to do this on a piece of paper, right, you would write up every single thing you need to know, and then you would go and you would just write up everything else. I think someone said it was called blurting. You basically write up every single thing you remember about that topic. So that's kind of what I do, but on a huge scale to make it a bit more interesting, and I do it with a load of colours. So, I have my wall which is filled with everything I need to know about said topic, with a load of colours, and just writing all of that up is already a bit of a stimulating kind of memory thing. And then I would go onto my smaller whiteboard and I would write up every single thing that I wrote up on my wall, one after another. And then I'll get to a point where I knew what that was, and I believe someone called that blurting. Honestly, my definition of blurting is yelling words. I do that a lot. I basically, whenever I want to learn something or try and understand the process, all I do is yell. Okay, I literally stand there in the room, walk around, and I yell what I'm saying. I often just record it onto my iPad, so that then it goes in with my notes. And that way, if I then need to look at notes again, I can see my blurt of said topic. So it would be like, okay, today we're learning about how fish breathe, and then I'm going through, the buccal cavity, etc. And I'm just yelling every single phase in said step. That's what I define as blurting, but most people call it the whole writing thing. Anyway, that could technically be number 3. But let's make that number 3, and let's go on to number 4, which is a ball. Okay. I did mention a ball earlier. I don't know if you heard me say get a ball. I mean that I sit on a ball. But yes, I sit on a ball when I do all of this. And it is a bit weird, because most people have chairs, and I suppose chairs have become the normal. But basically I've got a bad back from all the sitting we're always doing when we're studying, and also I do rowing, which is just more sitting as well, and then I cycle everywhere, which again is more sitting. A ball is just an excellent substitute for a chair that not only makes your posture good, right, but it just also kind of helps you from not having long-term back problems, which is kind of an issue I'm really afraid I'm going to have. But more importantly, you get to bounce on it. Okay, bouncing on a ball is highly enjoyable when you're in the middle of a test. Obviously you can't do that in the actual exam, but it just is. My friend actually said it would be a great core exercise, which it is when you try and pick something up. That is something I've noticed. Like if I drop a pen, because you're trying not to fall off a ball, you suddenly engage a large quantity of muscles to try and pick up said ball instead of just sitting on a chair, which doesn't really move and will fully support you anyway. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed these unique ideas and found them helpful, because, well, I certainly do. I really enjoyed them. I think it makes studying a bit more interesting, especially as exams approach, and all I'm doing is sitting in my room. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you kind of found it interesting and have picked up something that you've decided, you know what, that'd be interesting to try out. I suppose that's my goal from this video. Please do subscribe, like, and follow my Instagram. Yeah, do that. Anyway, thank you. Bye.